Why is this not? Right, come on. Why's my stream not working? Okay. Right. Are we all good? Can you all see me? Sorry. I mean, it's my first time streaming on YouTube for a long time, so I'm very, very confused right now. Yeah, if you can, yeah. Right. So. Okay, let's see if everything's working fine, which we should be. So. Right. Let's go. Let's go. So, welcome back to the channel. My name is George Achillea. Right now, hopefully, my stream's actually working. I can't see right now, so hopefully you can... mic muted, that shouldn't be right. Everything good in the chat? Let me know. Why is my stream not working? Come on. Why is this muted? This is annoying me. All right, audio. Okay, is that any better? Can you hear me? Please let me know because I haven't streamed on Twitch for like, not Twitch, sorry, YouTube for ages. So this is like, okay, perfect. Right. So, welcome back to the channel, guys. Sorry it took a while to get started there, but yeah, welcome back. We are previewing the Spurs versus Arsenal North London derby, which is tomorrow. It is a big game, huge one. I've just come back on holiday from Cyprus. I'm back in time for the North London derby. I will be attending tomorrow, so welcome everyone in the chat. And yes, I did see the super chat that was there. Let me just go back up. Oh, message chat did. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, what I think we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to do a Spurs and Arsenal combined 11. We're also going to do, we're going to work together. We're going to use the chat to, you know, to see what we're going to get our formation and what we reckon is the best one, and kind of like work together to see this all out. So yeah, first of all, I'm just going to say that we definitely need a win tomorrow. It is a huge game, especially after last week's 1-0 loss. I don't know if any of you have seen the Newcastle vlog. Let me know in the chat if you have, but that was our last game while I was out in Cyprus. But yeah, that did not turn out well, and that was at home. Again, we should have comfortably won 4-0. So yeah, it was a bit of a struggle, and I wasn't really happy with the result at all. So I've had a week to calm down. But no, we're back. I'm looking forward to this because I've just got some weird feeling everything's going to go fine. I feel like that Newcastle result was a massive kind of like kick in the teeth, a bit of one to show the lads to be like, look, if we're going to continue like this, the season's going to be horrible for us. And considering how important this game is, yeah, I think we've got a good chance. The players, I think, will definitely turn up, and it looks like Dele Alli is back. That's what we like to see. So yeah, so let's see. Well, the chat's saying, what do we think? All right, everyone, Paul, what do you think the score's going to be tomorrow for the North London derby? I want to see what everyone thinks the score's going to be first and foremost. Let's start with that. Also, again, apologies if this is like some scuff stream, if nothing's going well. It's my first time doing it on YouTube, so I'm just testing it out and trying to see if I do some previews before for any future games. 4-4. Carol going for 4-4. Jack 117. 3-1 Spurs. Won back 20-0 Spurs. I love that. That's exactly what I want to see us do. But yeah, 2-2, 2-3, 2-1. There's a lot. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of 3-1 Spurs, and that's kind of that's the prediction I was going to go for as well. You know. Oh, I'm seeing a few 3-1 Arsenals in the chat. I don't like this negativity, guys. I only want to see Spurs wins out here. Spurs 4-3. That would be a huge result. I would absolutely love that. 2-1 Spurs, 4-2 Spurs. Okay, given that most people are Spurs fans here, I'm pretty certain that I was pretty confident that we were going to get a lot of Spurs wins here, but I do think we're going to concede. Our defense hasn't been that great recently, but I do think we're going to win 3-1. I think we're going to come out with a winning mentality for this game, which we kind of have to. Otherwise, we're going to really struggle. Chelsea just drew 2-2, so they're not starting off too great. And it looks like Man City won 4-0. Liverpool are currently 2-0 up. So if we want to keep up with the big boys, we have to beat teams like Arsenal. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of stuff about Eriksen. So Ben Murphy O'Connor, will Eriksen start? Will stay or go? I think he's going to stay purely because no other team wants him. He's holding out for a Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juve, like a big team move. But, especially given recent results, I don't think they're going to go for him. I mean, Zidane said he doesn't want Eriksen. So I think he'll be with us for at least until January. And I do think he'll start. He kind of has to start. He's made a massive difference when he plays. And there's a lot more creativity when Eriksen's in the team. But yeah, that's what I think anyway. J Spurs, Davinson Sanchez is suspect. Right, okay, I've had this like little not beef on Twitter, but I had this little argument with someone. I want to see in the chat everyone's opinion on Sanchez and whether he should start. Okay, I think I know my answer to this. I personally don't think he should start this week. I think Vertonghen has to get back into the side. However, this slander for Sanchez, I think, is totally unjust. He is a good centre-back, and he's only, 22 years old? 23 years old? I think he's about my age. The guy is young, man. I don't think he's terrible. I know he's made a couple mistakes, especially in the last game, but I wouldn't go and label him terrible. I think people are just getting very defensive because Jan isn't starting. I think if we had a back three of Jan, Toby and Sanchez like we had them before, that is solid. Richard, you're doing a live. Hello, Rich, how you doing? I'll see. Well, okay. Sanchez is sick. Sanchez is... he shouldn't. Jan should start. Yeah, no. I mean, I think 100% Jan should start this game today. The game tomorrow. Sorry, but I don't think he's as trash as everyone's making out. I think there's a bit of an agenda against him just because I mean everyone loves Jan and Toby and they are by far our best two centre backs. But that doesn't mean that Sanchez is trash. Let's be honest. Like Sanchez is a good centre back and he would get into Arsenal straight away. He would get into United next to Maguire 100%. He would get into Chelsea's team 100%. The only teams that he's not guaranteed to get into are Man City and Liverpool. And even then, him alongside Van Dijk at Liverpool, in my opinion, is improvement on Matip. So he's not trash. I'm not having this. He's not trash, but 100% Vertonghen is better. Yeah, loads of potential, but not good at the moment. I agree 100%. There's a lot of potential in him. Not at the peak of his ability, but definitely not trash in my opinion. Jan won't be fit. It's not about Jan not being fit, though. There's a lot of things going on. I mean, he said himself that he's fit, and he just hasn't been selected. And I mean, he was on the bench, and if you're fit enough to be on the bench last game, you're fit enough to play. So, yeah, I think it's a bit of a tough one. Because the things we got to remember with Sanchez as well, I think Sanchez is a lot quicker than a lot of centre-backs in the league. He's actually quite good on the ball, but he is, I definitely would say his positioning is the worst part of his game, and he does need to work on that. Sally Coleman, I've seen mixed reviews about Winks starting. I think he should be 100%. I think Winks is a great central midfielder. Obviously, he does pass left and right a fair bit, and that was at the Newcastle game. However, any other game, he's one of the very few centre mids that we've had that actually carries the ball forward. If a lot of you remember, Dembele also did a lot of left and right passing, but he also did carry the ball forward a lot. So Winks, I think, is a great player, and I don't understand why he's getting abused either. I think the whole team was just poor against Newcastle, and I think everyone is just trying to find players to slander and put the blame on when realistically Poch was poor and the whole 11 were poor. I can't name you a single player against Newcastle that actually played well. So I'm not looking for any scapegoats. I think everyone played poorly, and I think everyone's just trying to find someone to have a dig at. Geez, this chat's actually moving quite quick. I'm trying to see. Right, what else we got? Lo Celso to start the training. Yeah, I'd like to see Lo Celso play more. I don't know about starting against Arsenal. That's a tough one. If Dele Alli's fit, I think Dele Alli should start because we all know he loves a North London derby, and I think we're missing a bit of his creativity and running off the ball. We haven't got a lot of players that run off the ball as well as Dele Alli does. I mean, think about the Arsenal goal in the Carabao Cup last year, or earlier this year, should I say. That ball over by Harry Kane to set Dele Alli up. Like the position in run for him when Harry Kane came so deep for him to carry on, go round the defender. And I mean, the ball was brilliant as well. And then finish was incredible. So I think if Dele Alli does start, that'll be good for us. Bellbox coming out with the Winks and no creativity. The thing is, right, I keep saying this, I keep bringing it back to this, but it's kind of true. What about Dembele? Realistically, Dembele never scored or hardly scored. He hardly got an assist. He was just a guy you knew could easily carry the ball from the defence forward and no one can get the ball off of him. And he was still an incredible player. Winks is very similar in that respect. He's not obviously nowhere near Dembele's status just yet, but he's that kind of player where he is very comfortable on the ball, and even if he does go left and right, he still finds a Spurs man. So I think he's just trying to train into that kind of position where he's not expected to get assists, he's not expected to get goals, but he's expected to be comfortable on the ball and carry it to a creative player like Dele Alli, like Lo Celso, like Eriksen. I think that is his role in the Spurs side, and I think he's very good at it. Sissoko is just a strong centre mid, but he's not that confident on the he's not confident on the ball at all. Dele Alli makes other positioning more organised. Yeah, 100%. If you've got a player that can run into clear positions, or at least distract the defender to move one way, then that leaves another position for maybe an Eriksen or a Lucas or a Son to run into. I think he's great at that. So I'm looking forward to seeing him back, to be fair. Seen a lot of people with Sissoko at right back. Yeah, I think after the news that Eric Dyer is still out injured, he's had a little issues with his hip. I think that we're either looking at Sissoko right back, or can anyone confirm is Aurier fit? I'm pretty sure he was training this week, so Aurier might actually get a first start for the season. Oi, Daniel Kim, a Korean fan watching from New Zealand. We're international, come on. Alright, let's see what else the chat is saying. Will Pochettino leave if no silverware is won? I mean, he's come out in press conferences very recently. I think yesterday? Yeah, I believe it was yesterday, saying he's massively committed to Spurs. So I genuinely believe he is more likely to leave once he's won a trophy, as long as it's a decent enough trophy. Because he might consider himself his job done. Okay, I've gotten Spurs to a point where they can win trophies. Now time for the next manager. Do you know what I mean? I genuinely believe if we won the Champions League, he could have been gone by now and moved on to the job at Real Madrid. And then I genuinely believe that. Byron Paul, when is Wanyama going? Wanyama's already gone. If you haven't seen, Wanyama has gone to Club Brugge for £12 million. So he's no longer in our side in the midfield. So with all the rumours of Aurier going, does anyone worry about lack of right back cover? Yeah, 100%. I said that before. Obviously, everyone was happy to see Trippier leave, but I was only happy once we had a replacement for him. We have not improved our side by just selling him. We needed to get a very decent replacement. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka would have been the ideal one, but 50 million, way too much. I was thinking maybe Max Aarons from Norwich. The Atal, Nice right back, very good. And also Dortmund's right back is insane. I would have loved to have seen him. So I don't think we've improved in our right back position whatsoever just by selling him. I feel like we needed to actually replace him, which we haven't done. I mean, look what's happened. Kyle Walker-Peters, instant injury. We now are thinking about playing Sissoko or Dyer at right back. And Aurier, who a lot of people slandered last year, is now very quickly becoming our first choice right back. That is probably one of our weakest positions in the whole squad, which isn't great at all. But, right, that's enough talking, enough chatting. How long have we been chatting for? About 15 minutes. What we're going to get into now is... right, put in the chat now, what do you want to do first? Do you want to do our what we reckon our formation and team will be for tomorrow? Or do you want to do the combined Spurs and Arsenal 11 first? I want to leave that up to you guys. Put in the chat now what you think. Combined 11 or predicted lineup. Put that in that right now. And we'll do that very, very shortly. Oh, Marco saying Foyth was replacement with Chip. That's not true at all. Foyth was bought as a centre back and is primarily centre back. He played right back as tested last season. He's not meant to be a right back, but yeah, he's had to take that position quite a lot when we've had injuries. So I think he's more like a future centre back and actually can play a defensive mid role quite well. He did that against Wolves. Actually, no, was it Wolves? There was a game that he did the defense. He went into defensive mid. Oh, I think Sanchez, when Wolves nearly came back to draw, he went into the defensive mid position from being centre back after giving away a penalty. And to be fair, he did a lot better. All right, so what's everyone saying? There's a lot of formation combined, formation team combined. Oh, there's a lot of mixed predicted. Combined. Okay, it's 50-50. Let's go for a combined. I've got it up now on the tab. Let's go for a combined 11. And what I'm going to get you guys to do is to help me out in the chat. Now, we need to be as unbiased as possible with this combined 11, guys. I know that like pretty much everyone here is going to be a Spurs fan, but I'm going to give my honest opinion from each position what we think the combined should be. So let's do that now. If you go to this screen here, there you go. It's all loaded up. Got the BBC Sport Arsenal Spurs combined 11, as you can see in this article here. Let's go through what some of the pundits have gone through here on their team. All right. Who's are they? Your Spurs Arsenal 11. Oh, so they're pundits. So this is what people think. Are these like one from an Arsenal fan and one from a Spurs fan? Okay, so first one we got Lloris, Bellerin, Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Rose, Ceballos, Eriksson, and okay, that is very close to what I would be doing. Ozil, hold on a second, guys, hold up. Are we see? And then why is there a missing player here? I don't understand why this person has put an empty space in this team. This doesn't make any sense. Can anyone tell me what's happened there? I don't believe it. Anfield Road End, George Achillea. Hey George, great channel, content, keep it going. I appreciate that. Thank you. We're going to be doing a lot more different content this time around coming up. But yeah, can everyone let me know if you can see what is it? I can't actually see a player though. I don't know about you guys. That's a bit it's a bit peak, but yeah, I'm not so sure about that combined 11. Let me just refresh this 1 second. All right, there we go. All good. Maitland, Niles, Alderweireld, Sanchez, Rose, Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan doesn't even start for Arsenal. How is he going to get in a combined 11? This is what I don't understand. You can't put players that don't start in a combined 11. That doesn't make any sense. Wait, who saw Trip? Oh yeah, hold on. I didn't even clock that. So even in that Trippier one's like, wow. Okay, clearly whoever this person is, it's either from last year or they just don't know what they're talking about. Okay, what we got? Oh, interesting formation. I didn't see that. I mean, now Ceballos, Winks, Eriksson, Son. Okay, that's close enough to what I'm thinking. All right, guys, I think it's time to do our own version. I'm going to need your help with this. So we're going to select a formation first. And let's see what... If this letting me... Why is it not letting me select the formation? Let me just refresh the page quick. Okay, select formation. Right, this is where I'm going to need your opinion, guys. I'm thinking a 4-3-3. Now, I'm only going 4-3-3 because that's roughly what both teams do. Or should we go for a 4-2-3-1? I think 4-2-3-1 is probably the best one. What do you guys think? I want to see in the chat right now, 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, because I think, yeah, those are the most common positions that both teams play. So I want to see what you guys think. Brad is 4-2-3-1. You're at 4-2-3-1. 4-2-5-4-2. Yeah, I think most people are going to go for a 4-2-3-1, which is pretty decent. Okay, 4-2-3-1 seems to be the most common one. So let's go with that. That is our formation. Now, starting off with goalkeeper, I think this is pretty obvious, right? Now, let's be honest. He gets slander from a lot of people, but there is no way anyone can tell me that Leno is better than Lloris. No chance. No chance. I think that's a pretty obvious one. And I think pretty much everyone has said, okay, one person said Leno, but this person doesn't know what they're talking about. Everyone else has said Lloris in goal. So I think that's an easy one for us to decide. So I'm happy with that. Now, for me personally, left back, considering they just sold their main, Arsenal just sold their main left back, Monreal. He's not an option. Who have they got down as left backs? Ooh, we've got plenty of options. Ore, not a left back. Bellerin, not a left back. And actually left back. Ben David, he doesn't start for us, so I wouldn't put him there. I think it's basically between Kolasinac. Monreal's gone. Definitely not Mustafi. Definitely Danny Rose. And that's about it, really. Yeah, chat got a lot of love for Lloris. Obviously, got to be Lloris. But I think it's got to be Danny Rose, surely. Like, out of them lot, in my opinion, Danny Rose is the best left back. I think defensively, he's better than Kolasinac. Kolasinac is just a bit of a beast. He's great going forward because he's strong. But I think Danny Rose has got to fit into that position quite nicely. Is it going to start off very biased? Obviously it is. This is a Spurs. This is a Spurs channel after all. But considering all the slander Mustafi's getting, all of the abuse that Louise is getting from Chelsea fans, and I think it's safe to say that the Belgian partnership are clearly the two best centre-backs out of the two teams. So we're going to go for Jan Vertonghen and, where is he, young Toby Alderweireld. It's all Spurs at the moment, but I think you lot can all agree with me that is by far the best defenders you can get in those positions between the two. What's everyone saying? Danny Rose, yeah, everyone's backing the boy Danny Rose. A lot of people say, I say a lot of people, there's one person repeating. Tierney, Francesco. Can someone let me know quick, is Tierney a left back or right back? Because that confused me a lot. At first I thought it was right back, but I haven't seen much of him to know whether he is a left or right. I initially thought it was right back, but it could be, left back Tierney. Oh, okay. Either way, not proven yet in the Premier League. So I'd have to say, Danny Rose for left back. So on to the right back. There's the final position of the defence. Tobian, best defender duo, 100%. Socrates, as much as I love my Greek brethren, no chance. I don't think he's better than. Right back, this is where we're going to have to rein it in a little bit. We have no right back. We sold Trippier. Cole Capiers, while he has a bright future, he is still very, very, very young and has had mistakes in him. Oh, you confirmed Tierney's left back? Right, I appreciate that. Thanks, guys. At the moment, I'm still saying Rose over Tierney just because Tierney hasn't had the time in the Premier League to prove yet how good he is. I mean, right back positions for us are realistically just Serge Aurier. Where's Sissoko? Stick Sissoko in there. So realistically, it's between Bellerin and Maitland-Niles. But considering that Bellerin, I know he's injured a lot, but considering Maitland-Niles has been playing quite a lot, and I think a lot of you guys are agreeing with me, Maitland-Niles, yeah, I think it's going to have to be Maitland-Niles for that right back position. Okay, great. Right, can I get a yes in the chat if you'll agree with this? Because I think this is probably the right right back line for that lot. We don't have a right back. Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah, your name's sorry, I can't say your name. It's obviously in Korean, and I do not read Korean. But Bobby Shimo, I trust Sissoko right back. To be honest, yeah, I don't know about that. He's not. He's not the best. He's not the best like right mid, let alone right back. Yes, yes, yes. Getting a lot of strong yeses for the defensive. All right, okay, we're done with defense. Now, these two centre mid positions. This is central midfielder. All right, central midfielder for these two. Who are they giving us? They must be giving us loads of options here. All right, considering he's been out, I don't think we can include Dele Alli. He's further forward anyway. Dyer's been out for a while. Ceballos has looked very good in a couple of games. His first game was not the best, but recently he has looked very, very good. Who else we got? I think they're further forward. And Ndombele, Ozil. I mean, that's just I can't even read that one. Pepe's a winger. Sissoko. All right, Wanyama's gone as well. Winks is another option. Okay, guys. So our options are Ceballos. Who else we got? Where is it? Ndombele. I mean, he's injured now. Are we going to include Ndombele? He's injured now, but it's hard to say. Sissoko is another one, and Winks. Wait, so what are the Arsenal ones that are available? Ceballos, Torreira, I guess. So, guys, just a reminder: this is for the middle two positions. This is for these two centre mid roles. So I'm thinking it's between Winks, Torreira, Guendouzi, Sissoko, and Ndombele. Can't include Ndombele. Yes, Ndombele. Oh, I'm getting mixed things from you guys. I don't know what. Okay, so a lot of people are saying an Ndombele and like a Ceballos combined. The thing is, I think both of them are very creative central midfielders, right? So like I think a lot of them could go further forward. I feel like we need to include like a Winks, a Torreira, like one of those kind of players who are actually more of a central, like absolutely central midfielder. Because I'd argue that they're more like, see how this person's done in the position. They've got Winks sitting as a centre mid. I mean, Eriksen and Ceballos. I quite like that formation. That works quite well. I think I'm gonna go for Ndombele, just because I think like a lot of the people have they included Ndombele in their ones. Yeah, right. I'm gonna go for Ndombele for this one because I absolutely rate him. I think he's an absolutely class centre mid. But who else are we saying for the other position? What's everyone else gone for? It's hard to see because they're slightly different formations. I'm just trying to think logically as well. Who I think Winks is class. Ooh, Sissoko. This is a tough one. Because I'm trying to think further formations as well. I think we're going to go for those. Okay, I'm going to leave this to you, chat. Right. Who am I putting alongside Ndombele right now between Torreira, Winks, and Sissoko? I think those are the three that are like probably the best ones I could put in there. Because I don't know. I feel Ceballos is just slightly a bit further forward. I think he's more of an attacking midfielder than he is centre mid. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but Sissoko, Winks, Xhaka. That's a good one. Torreira, Sissoko, Winks, Torreira. Ndombele isn't playing though, so what's the point? Yeah, good point actually. You know what? I'm gonna replace him with Sissoko. I'm gonna go by injuries as well, like who's playing now. So Sissoko's already in there, so you lot can stop. All right, as much as normally Ndombele gets in, purely because he's injured, I'm not gonna put him in this. I'm not gonna put him in this team. So, final position, we've got Winks and I believe Torreira. Winks, Torreira, or Ceballos? What are we saying? What are we saying? Winks, Ceballos, Sissoko. Is it true the club pay for your tickets? Absolutely not. I pay my season tickets just like everyone else, and I pay for all of my away tickets just like everyone else. Club do absolutely nothing. Club haven't even spoken to me yet, so... Go Sissoko and Torreira. Torreira. Winks. There's a lot of Winks. Winks, Torreira, Winks. Oh, this is tough. This is hard. Actually, screw it. You know what? I'm going for this. I'm saying... Right, I'm gonna do this outcome and see what you lot think. Harry Winks and Danny Ceballos. Oh, what do you think about that? Am I loaded? No, all my money just goes on Spurs. Right, I've gone for Winks and Ceballos as the two centre mids. What do you all think of that? I'm trying not to be as biased. I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. How do all vloggers get away tickets then? Because all vloggers go to a lot of games and we rack up a lot of points. I know that we are Tottenham TV boys go to a lot of games. The thing is, right, this whole thing with season tickets is hard, right? You need to go to a lot of away games to then go to the harder away games because it depends on the amount of points you earn. But I've been going to Spurs since I was 8 years old. I've had a season ticket since I was 8, so I've been racking it up, the points. So I can pretty much get any away game apart from Bournemouth. No, we need strength. No, Winks and Musa. No. Musa Sissoko. I'm loving the support for Musa though. I love that. So who am I putting Sissoko in for then? Am I taking Ceballos out? Need a DM. You definitely have Torreira over Ceballos. But Winks and Torreira? Does that work? Musa and Winks. Honestly, I think this is genuinely the hardest position to do. Right, okay. We're going to come back to this. With Ceballos, I prefer him with Ndombele. Yeah, I get that, you know. But I'm not going to put Ndombele in just because he's out injured right now. Ken 11, why not Bournemouth? Because Bournemouth's stadium is so tiny, their allocation is like ridiculously small. And I'm always like just out of getting it every year. So it's pretty much the only stadium I haven't been able to go to. Sissoko for Ceballos, put in the goat. Sissoko, Ceballos. Skip. Good one. Ceballos out, Musa in. All right, okay. Right, we're going to leave it for now. We're going to move. I think we can do the obvious position, right, guys? I think this is the obvious one. Where's my boy? Harry Kane, striker. I'm pretty sure we can all agree. Am I right? I'm pretty sure that's like the only the only forward we could actually go for here, and for it to make sense. When he bricks at Eric Dyer, if he wasn't injured, he would be in there straight away. And yeah, obviously the boy. Where is he? Son Heung-min, Sunshine, young Sonny himself. Got to go into the side, just purely of everything that he's done. The guy is class. Richard Thompson, be honest. How is the atmosphere in the new stadium? Please explain. Okay, all right. I'll help you. Let's go into this match just to talk a little bit. Right, the new stadium is absolutely phenomenal. What I can say is that we're one of the very few like top clubs that fill out their stadium every single week, no matter what club it is. However, for me, the atmosphere totally depends on the game. When we're playing a decent side or a rival, the atmosphere in the stadium is phenomenal, and Champions League is unreal. Regardless of who we're playing in the Champions League, that atmosphere is crazy. However, games that I've been to, like which was a poor one? Everton, I think, or yeah, Everton was poor, like purely because when the teams aren't like that relevant to us, or the result isn't that relevant, the atmosphere doesn't seem to be amazing throughout the whole game. Obviously, if we score, it's brilliant. We sing for a while. However, when we concede, which obviously we do a lot, it's not the best at times. But out of the top six, 100% we have one of the best home atmospheres. About 100%. I mean, it's totally dependent on the games, and no other top six like supporter like can tell you otherwise. It's the same with everyone, no matter who you're playing. The home team realistically is less likely to have a better atmosphere than the away team. The away team always tends to be louder. I think a lot of people can agree with that. But yeah, anyway, back to our 11. I'm gonna say Son on the left. Yeah, okay, we'll do it that way around. Let's do it that way around. I don't think it particularly matters which way for me personally, but I'll agree. Where is he? Am I being? Hold on. Am I blind for a second? Have they not put? Pepe. They haven't put Aubameyang as a position for like here. I think we might have to change formation, guys, because I think Aubameyang deserves to go in. Like, as much as he's a gooner, we all know our opinions of gooners. I genuinely think he deserves to be in this side. So I think we might have to switch up the formation. Interesting. That makes no sense. I swear. So they've got him as a front three here. Front three is definitely. I don't think that's. Or you know what? Actually, that will solve it a bit. I reckon if we change it to a 4-3-3. Okay, if we take Son out of this one. Can I take Son out of that one? Let's try and put him. What have they done here? Alright, Aubameyang here. Kane there. Can I put Son there or does it not? Okay. I've got to change it. Let's just put a random player in. Oh, Nenny, alright, whatever. Okay. Son there. Right, we're changing on Nenny. Forget about that. Now, I think it should be. Where is he? Christian Eriksen. What do we think of that team? Can I put Kane as a 10? I'm not too sure, but I think this 4-3-3 probably works out the best in terms of getting the positions, like players in positions. I think it's just the Winks and Ceballos thing we might need to sort out. But at the moment, I've got Winks, Ceballos, Eriksen, and then Son, Kane, Aubameyang. That's what I think. That's what I reckon the best combined team is. Sissoko. All right, who am I putting it? Am I taking Winks out for Sissoko? Am I taking Ceballos out for Sissoko? Who am I sticking in? Some compromises, but quality. Yeah, I had to change something. Change Winks for Torreira, you're drunk. Yeah, of course Winks over Torreira. Torreira doesn't even get into your starting 11. No, okay, no, right. Serious, right. Everyone in the chat now. What am I doing? Am I taking Winks out? If I'm taking Winks out, who am I putting in? Sissoko? I think we've got to do it for the culture. I think that's my team. I think that's my team sorted. I would love to put Lucas Moura in. I think he is insane. But who am I putting him in for? In my opinion, overall, I think Son is better than Lucas. Obviously, Lucas has done beautiful things, like getting us into the Champions League final. But Aubameyang, tied top goal scorer. Can't deny he is a quality striker. it's hard. There's going to be a lot of compromises. It's hard to fit everyone in here. In my opinion, Sissoko would be replaced with Ndombele, but I'm going purely off of who's fit right now. Who's fit right now, combined Spurs Arsenal 11. This is what I think the team will be. Do y'all agree? Just Scott, more a 12th man super sub, 100%. He's the first person I'm putting on that bench. I think it's great as a super sub anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock in this team as my combined 11. All right, let's share this to Twitter. Why not? Why not? Right, so that is on my Twitter at George Achillea. If none of you follow me on Twitter, please go over there right now. This is what my combined Spurs and Arsenal 11 looks like. I'm very intrigued to see what people think. I think that's fair. I think overall we've got a better team, but they can have a player in each position. That's fine. That's fine. James plays. Hi, you're brilliant YouTube. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Thank you. How am I feeling? Okay, right. So what I'm doing, let's talk about the match for a bit. Let's talk about the match, and then we'll move on to what we think the predicted lineup is going to be for Spurs tomorrow. Gunnar Harry, so biased. Honestly, I promise you that this is me being as unbiased as possible. I think going off of, especially like I'm picking the team as if I'm of the players that are fit right now, and I'm basing off the players that I think have performed well, and just generally as a team how I think they would do. I think Sissoko is obviously going to be the more holding midfielder out of the three, with Ceballos and Eriksen providing the creativity, and then I think a front three of Son, Kane, and Aubameyang is absolutely deadly, but. Yeah, that's like this is me trying to be as unbiased as possible. How is Pepe not in there? Pepe has been around for what, 3 games? And yeah, he hasn't done anything to me at the moment that is warrants him putting in there. There's absolutely no one I would put in Pepe in for instead of. Being on holiday, you look very tanned. Thank you for noticing. Yes, I've been to Cyprus for 10 days. That's why I haven't been as active. Son is not off form. He's just come back from an injury. But I would still take Son right now over anyone there. So but okay, right. Hit me up with any sort of questions you have about tomorrow. I'll be giving my predictions. I want to know your predictions as well. I know we had a lot of people earlier said 3-2 Spurs, 2-1 Spurs. So yeah, I want to hear all of your opinions. Who you think is going to do well tomorrow? I want to know what your score prediction is, and ask me any questions, and I'm going to ask them now. So get chatting away, and this is about tomorrow. And then what we'll get onto and kind of finish off is how I think we're going to line up tomorrow, and then we're going to sign off for today and get ready for the North London derby tomorrow. Joseph Teague, is it worrying Poch keeps getting his tactics wrong? No, not necessarily. There's been a few times last year where he's got them wrong as well, but we've still, managed to get to the Champions League final. A lot of people can argue that not having Moura start was pretty poor, but that's obviously a divided opinion amongst a lot of fans. But but I don't think it's worrying at all. I think we're in very much, it's hard to explain, but I guess we're in some form of transition phase, so to speak, of questioning whether Eriksen's leaving, Toby and Jan's contract's up next summer as well. There's a lot of ifs and buts flying around, and I think once this window's closed on, Tuesday? Thursday? I'm not too sure. Once the window's closed, basically, I think there's going to be a lot more things going right for Spurs. So, yeah. Who else we got? Anas, Azayani, hopefully I pronounced that right. Apologies if I haven't. Are you going tomorrow? Yes, I am. I'm going to North London Derby with my family. 7 of us are going. It's going to be a big one. I'm going to King's Cross at 2 p.m. to meet my friend Alex, and we're going to get the escort to the stadium. So that should be a lot of fun. It's the first time I'm doing that, so I'm very excited, and it should be great. Richard Thompson, you don't look fully English. Where are you from? I am half Cypriot, half English. My family are Greek Cypriot on my dad's side, and I'm English on my mum's side. I hope that answers your question. What was wrong with Spurs last week? A lot. That's all I can say. Master Page, you won. A lot. Who do I think is playing right back for us tomorrow? I think it's going to be Sissoko. For some reason, I don't think Aurier is going to play. I think he's going to put Sissoko right back. Today, Poch said there would know Eriksen's fate. Is he starting tomorrow? Well, I think that's the best. That's the best thing to work out, right? If he isn't starting, then, or if he's not in the squad, then he's definitely gone. If he's starting, then I'm pretty sure it's clear that he's committed his future at Spurs. Well, for at least the next 6 months. Forever Lily White, do we risk starting Lo Celso even though he hasn't started a game? Personally, I don't think so. No, I don't think it's worth risking him, especially for this game. I think, who have we got as our Premier League game after that? Because obviously we've got international break. Is Crystal Palace at home in the next league game? If that's the case, I think it's worth starting him there. I don't think it's worth starting him in the North London Derby. Definitely not. Oh, I'm struggling to keep up with chat. My dad bet £1 on an accumulator and last minute Sheffield United goal cost him 180 quid. Oh no. Stuff you don't love to see. But what you do love to see is Chelsea conceding last minute. So apologies for that. 2-1 Spurs, 2-0 Kane and Moura. Be safe at the Emirates. I appreciate that. Don't worry, I've been a few times. I've had coins thrown at me, but I think I should be fine. What's my favourite moment from Spurs last season? It had to be that Lucas Moura semi-final goal in Ajax. That I cried. I bawled out tears. Everything. It was, it was beautiful. I don't think that's been like my best memory was that VAR overturn at Man City, and then somehow that got topped 2 weeks later, or about 3 weeks later at Ajax, and that was beautiful. You think we'll play 3-2-4-1? I'd like to see that, I think while we haven't got fullbacks really available, and Rose hasn't quite hit the prime that he normally has, I think it would be great to start Toby, Vertonghen and Sanchez. Although saying that, I'm pretty sure we did do that last year, and it didn't turn out fantastic. I think we did that in the game that we lost 4-2. Dyer's out injured, so he won't be playing, unfortunately. He said he's had bad feelings in his hip from his surgery. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure he would have been playing right back. Ken Levin, as much as I like Eriksen, I think we should sell him so we don't lose him for free. I get that, but now that we cannot get a replacement, it's not worth it. We need Eriksen throughout the season. If we sell him now just for the money without being able to buy a replacement, I think that's such poor business on our half. Maybe sell him in January, but it's going to be at a massive cut price. I'd love for him to sign a new contract, even if it was just so that we could get more money next summer. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen, guys. Right, I'm going to keep these questions just to the derby tomorrow, and then we're going to be doing more on stuff about Champions League in the future. Surely without a right back, this game is already lost. No, I don't think so. I think it depends on what the tactics are, right? I think it's the case of whether we're going to go more attacking with maybe a 3 at the back, and then we won't have to worry about right back, or whether you believe Sissoko or even Aurier can do the job properly. I think that's it's totally dependent on how we're going to go out the game. If we go defensive, it could be an issue. If we go attacking, I reckon we should be fine. Is Super Yang going to start tomorrow? He better start tomorrow. I'm telling you that now. I'm sick and tired of not seeing him in this side. I love Jan Vertonghen, and I think he could do bits against Arsenal. And hopefully things are sorted between them. So yeah, I think he will. I think he should be good. The Life of Tyler TV. Thoughts on Lamella? Personally, don't rate him at all. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Lamella at the moment. Realistically, if you want to talk about players underperforming, it's taken him 6 years to get to just like a good or average level. Like, I know he scored an assist at Man City, but it's the games are too far apart of him performing well. He started last season off very well, got a few goals, and then didn't really hear much from him. It's not consistent enough, and I don't think he provides enough in this side that we have right now to warrant starting for us. So I don't think he should be, to be honest. Hello, George. You kept my hopes up in Tottenham last year when the times wasn't doing good. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I like to consider myself a very positive Spurs fan. I always try and look at the best in everyone and every situation. And honestly, like I think that fans just focus way too much on negative things. And annoyingly, the negative things are the loudest, and that's what you're going to hear the most. But I'm hopeful of Spurs every week, and I will be until we actually win something. I might be 60 by then, but it'll be worth it. How long have I been supporting Spurs? I've been supporting Spurs since I was born. It's like bred into my family. My uncles and dad have been Spurs supporters since they've been born as well. And it's just like we're just mental about it. I mean, I've been a season ticket holder since I was 8. I had my first Spurs shirt when I was pretty much 2 days old. It's born and bred into my family, so Spurs literally through and through. Aubameyang is going to have a field day on your right hand side. I could see Aubameyang doing well there, unless he starts up front, because I feel like Arsenal he's been starting up front. Oh no, unless Lacazette start. To be honest with you, it totally depends on the on the no, on the side that Arsenal are going to field. If they've got Lacazette up front and Aubameyang out wide, that could be a massive problem for us. Hopefully, Toby or Vertonghen or whoever it may be that's there actually solves the issue. But I've got a funny feeling Sanchez might start, as much as I don't want him to. Can I do these live previews more often? Yeah, of course I can. This first one's just an experiment, especially while I've been back from holiday. I haven't had much time to prepare, and I've just been looking forward to North London Derby. But I'll 100% be doing more live streams, more previews with other fans. I'm obviously going to be doing the vlogs as normal, and then I'll also be doing just other types of videos, just new stuff, new content, podcast coming soon. So make sure to subscribe down below if you're here, and also turn on that notification bell so that when I do go live, you will be the first to know. You don't want to miss out, because trust me, they'll be doing a lot more of these when in the future. Alexi, bro, I'm scared. I want to be positive, but so much negative things in social media. At the end of the day, the way I like to look at it is social media in general is a very negative place, right? I think primarily Twitter. It's so easy to hide behind the screen and just blast out insults to someone, and it's always the negativity that's going to be loudest. Think about comments as well. You're more likely to leave a comment when you don't like something than you do when you like something. Do you know what I mean? So it might not actually necessarily be the general consensus, but unfortunately, the negative stuff is the loudest. And I think you need to look past that, try and be positive, always look in the best in good things. And yeah, I think we'll be sorted. Could Tottenham get the win tomorrow? 100%, definitely. Tottenham Hotspur for life. Ha, I got it. You look like Toby Alderweireld. I don't think I do. I mean, I'll take it. That guy's got peng haircuts, but do I miss the days where you can actually film the goals from like 3 years ago? Yeah, I kind of do, because obviously, like, it's like that's what people want to see, right? People want to see the goals and then the reactions from people. But unfortunately, because of copyright and all these things, no longer able to do that. So it's just going to be my reaction. That's why I like to focus on everything leading up to the games, right? Because I know a lot of people aren't necessarily great fans of just seeing people's faces, and as much as it looks like very like a me and all about me, I promise you it's not that. It's just purely because I'm not allowed to film the game. I could get in a lot of trouble for doing that. So I like to focus on all the build up. Like, at the end of the day, it's a fan experience on my channel, right? I want to know what it's like to get to the ground, how much it's going to cost. I'm going to incorporate that more into vlogs, like tomorrow, how much it cost to do an away day in London and then doing future ones. But yeah, it's going to be there's going to be a lot more diverse content on my channel, just so I don't focus fully on just my face at a game. Anthony Gavin, are you 100% behind Poch? Yes. I'm not going to be Poch out until we are in the relegation zone. Like, comfortably in the relegation zone. We need to make positivity louder, Gary. Yeah, 100%. That's the way I want to live. And I think everyone should do as well. So if you take anything from the stream, you just be positive, man. Don't be too negative on things, and maybe even comment more positive stuff. Have you met Chris Cowlin? Yeah, I'm a good friend of his. I'm a good friend with all the Spurs YouTubers. I know them very well. Our hopes of winning the Champions League is higher than the Premier League due to depth. I get that. The thing is, like, the Premier League, you've got to be consistent for 38 games of the season. Champions League are far less games and very random. You're playing a team twice at best, and then once in a final. And especially with VAR, honestly, anything can happen. I do feel like it's a lot easier, so to speak, to win the Champions League than it is the Premier League. George, you got the Liverpool game on 3-0. I've got notifications on, so I saw that. But yeah, I'm not too happy about that. It seems Liverpool are running away with it at the start. Haven't had tough opponents yet, but they're doing very well. We needed to capitalise on these kind of opponents, like Newcastle last week, and just didn't. Okay, guys, right. We've done a little chatting. We've already done the combined 11. I'm going to finish off now with what we think the formation is going to be, and I want your guys' help on this. So we're going to hop back into the other view. So let's go on to the monitor, and let's head over to formations. All right. I want your help, guys. So I've already got this website loaded up. And we are going to do what we think our predicted lineup is going to be for tomorrow. Or I'm going to do what I think, just to make it easy, otherwise we're going to be here all day. I'm going to do what I think the predicted lineup is going to be for tomorrow. And then I want you guys to comment and let me know what you think of this lineup, or if you would change anything. Life of Tyler TV. I think you should try and do a kind of debate thing with all the Spurs YouTubers one time. Oh, that could be interesting. So do you want us all, would you reckon all of us all at once? That could be very hard to do because obviously everyone's got their own schedules. It's hard to organise things. Or do you want me to do a series where I say I'll bring Expressions, We Are Tottenham TV, Extra and Max, Chris Cannon. I could bring them all individually. To be fair, I'm going to be doing a podcast, so it's kind of a debate thing. We'll be talking a lot about Spurs and everything. Which is on to wait. How about you? How are you feeling for tomorrow, and what are you excited the most for? Tomorrow, I'm quietly, well, not so quietly, I guess, because I'm telling all you guys, but I guess you could say I'm quietly confident. I do believe that Spurs can do well tomorrow. I think the Newcastle result, as bad as it is, will help us in the sense that it's going to be a massive kick in the teeth for a lot of the Spurs players. And I think it's a North London derby, right? Every team's going to turn up. Every player's going to turn up, hopefully, and show up. So let's get cracking on with this. What I think the lineup's going to be. Let's change the formation to, I think, 4-2-3-1, because that seems to be our most common formation that we have right now. And with all of what everyone was saying before about Eriksen starting, whether we won't start, I almost feel like we have to start him now because I think that Sissoko is going to play right back, which means we're going to need Eriksen in centre mid. Okay, so we'll probably still play Lamela instead of Eriksen. Nah, I hope not. Right, okay. Either way, I think we can safely assume that Lloris is going in goal. I think Danny Rose has solidified his left-back position, and I'm just going to put Toby because I can't bother to spell his name. Is that bad? Right, okay, so I think Lloris, Toby, and Rose are pretty much all but guarantees for tomorrow. I am going to say Vertonghen for the left centre-back position. I think purely because Sanchez didn't have a great game at all last time, and he, as much as we got the draw, he was still out of position for one of City's goals for their game. So I think it's going to be a Rose, Vertonghen, and Toby situation, and that's what I'd love to see. Do a podcast with expressions. Don't worry, that will be happening very soon. Right back. Okay. This is what. Okay, this is not what I would choose. This is what I think the lineup's going to be. I'm trying to get into Poch's head right now. So if you can, if you could have just imagined, right? Okay, I'm Pochettino. You've got to focus up. Who am I playing in these positions? Now, if I'm thinking like Pochettino and not like George Achillea, considering that he put him there in the last game, I genuinely think Sissoko is going right back. Like I said, not what I want to do. This is what I think is going to happen. Masson, does all your family support Spurs? Yep. Everyone on my dad's side does. My mum is from Sunderland. So she supports Sunderland, but obviously also supports Spurs because of me and my dad's side of the family. But I'd say pretty much the whole of the family's Spurs. And for all those saying Cole Capita's right back, he is out injured, so that won't be happening. And now what I think is going to happen is I agree Sissoko shouldn't be right back, but this is just in my opinion how I think it's going to happen. I think because we actually don't have many centre mids left now that Wanyama's been sold and Dyer's injured and Ndombele's injured, and Sissoko's going to have to play right back. I think it's going to be Winks Eriksson as a two in the middle, like that. Oh, your name is Mason. Okay, right. Okay, got it. Appreciate that. David Clark, hey, boys and girls. All the bad stats. Let's smash the Gooners tomorrow. Positive vibes, people. Yes, positive vibes. The reason I'm not saying Ori is because I'm a bit confused on his situation. I mean, I saw pictures of him in training, but was he in the squad last week? I don't understand why he hasn't been playing. I know he was originally injured, but I don't know if he's back yet. Otherwise, I would stick him there. Okay, so I think Winks and Eriksson, because obviously, like I said, Sissoko's, I think, is going to be chosen to play right back. And you know what? The other reason I think Sissoko is going to be put there is because of the fact that Aubameyang might be there. And I'm pretty sure he's just going to tell Sissoko just to bully Aubameyang. Which, yeah, could potentially lead to a penalty moment. But anyway. So I think Winks Sissoko there. And I think we've got to put, obviously, man like Harry Kane. There's no question about it. He's going to start up top. I think it's going to be Son on the left. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Alfie Wise, swear Dyer is fit because he's been on Spurs Twitter all week. He was fit, he was back, but they just tweeted out yesterday saying that Ndombele and Cole Capitas are out with injuries and Dyer is going to be unavailable, I'm pretty sure, because he said he felt issues in his hip. But Dele Alli is back, which is why I'm sticking him there, considering that we've got Eriksson in a deeper role. Now, the final position is, I think, going to be Lucas. So this is what I think is going to be our starting lineup tomorrow. Not necessarily what I'll do, but I think that's what the starting lineup's going to be. The only thing that I think might be different is Lamela instead of Lucas. Now, I definitely don't want that. I much prefer Lucas to Lamela. But considering that obviously Son's back, Lucas, I mean, everyone had a poor game, but Lucas particularly did not have a great game last week. So I prefer him as a super sub, 100%. You know what? Okay. This is how I think it's going to line up. I'd much prefer Lucas, but I think this is how we're going to line up tomorrow. There's a lot of weak points there, but I think it's good news that Dele Alli's back. Hopefully, it's good news that Son's back, and hopefully he can get his form back. But annoyingly, I think we're gonna have to play Sissoko right back, and we are lacking a lot of strength in the midfield. Winks and Eriksen, not ideal. So, I agree. Aman, midfield too weak, definitely, but there's not really much else we can do. What do you guys think of this lineup? Do you agree with it? Do you think this is how we're going to line up? I want to hear your thoughts in the chat. Put if you if you think you agree or disagree. Oh, sorry if I keep wiping my face. It is hot in here. Lo Celso, I do not think is worth risk. I do not think it's worth starting him in this game. It's a bit risky. Or what could be the situation is that, can we move these? Yeah, Son up here, maybe Lucas there, and then kind of do like a more 4-3-3. So like this kind of situation. That could potentially be the lineup. Agree. Pretty much as a lineup, yeah. And for all of those that might just be tuning in, I'm not choosing to put Sissoko right back. That's just how I think we're going to line up. Maybe Lo Celso start middle with Dele on the right. That could be a potential move. So you're thinking, if we go back to the 4-2-3-1, we put Dele Alli here, and then put Lo Celso there. So what, we're playing both Lo Celso and Eriksen? That could work. I think that'll be a good team. I'd like to see that. I just don't quite think that's what it's going to be, but I do like to see that. And obviously, like, realistically, if he's fit, I would much prefer this. This is the lineup I would like us to see. Like I would like us to play. That's what I want us to play. That's not what I think's gonna happen, but that's what I want it to be. What do we think about this formation? Is this better? I think this is a better team. Lucy, you think we bring Dele on? Potentially. I think the only reason I've gone for Dele there is because we're like lacking a lot of central midfielders given injuries and the fact that we sold Wanyama and Dyer's out as well. Oh, yes. Cameron Wright with the 199 super chat. Love your content, bro. We need to beat the scum. Yes, we do. That is 100% what we need to do. I'm absolutely buzzing and I appreciate that super chat. There was one earlier, but the message has disappeared, so I couldn't read that out, unfortunately. I was trying to sort the stream out. J Spurs, Dele's only good centrally. I tell you why Dele could be good on the right is if he does. Okay, I'm going to try and use this to play out. Okay, say this situation, right? I don't know, Sissoko and Winks have had to come a bit deep. This is like us going on the attack, right? Eriksen comes in here, collects the ball. If we've got Son trying to make a run over here, we've got Kane dropping slightly on the edge of the area, just in like the prime area to shoot, like he normally would. And then Dele Alli does one of these. Okay, so hold on. Eriksen brings the ball forward. Kane does like a little, I don't know, some move around here, comes forward here. Son on the left. Dele Alli does like or if Kane drags the defender this way towards Son, and then Dele does one of his sweeping runs that he likes to do in behind the defence. And then Eriksen lobs a ball over to Dele Alli. I think that could be a good goal for Spurs. I think that's a good little tactic there. I know I've gone proper football manager with this, but I think that could be a good little move. That I like that. Agree. Yeah, it's so annoying Ndombele still injured. I know, man. I'd love to have seen Ndombele here, man. Ndombele's not fit, unfortunately. We have so many damn injuries. Yeah, we had like the most of any team last season, and now we've just added to them. Mason, by the way, you're my favorite YouTuber. I would love to see you when you see Spurs play. Oh, okay, man. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, I would love to meet all of you. So I don't know if I've met. Let me know if I've met any of you before. Obviously, I can't see the pictures of anyone, so I don't know who's here. But love meeting people at games. Just to have just talking about Spurs. That's what I just love doing. Can Toby play right back? Nah, I do not think Toby playing right back is a good option. Vertonghen can play left back, but I don't think Toby can play right back. We need him centrally, desperately. More like a 4-2-1-3. Yeah, it kind of works like that. I guess so. I guess that's more like the attacking transition phase is what I'd like to call it. Owen Mullins thinks we'll do a 4-3-1-2. Rose, Jan, Toby, and Ori in defence. Winks, Sissoko, and Ericsson in 3. Lucas Moore is the attacking mid, and then Kane and Son up top. That could work. If in that case, what I think it might be actually is, so what did you say? 4-3-1-2. So you're thinking of something like this. Maybe Sissoko in the middle. Actually, no, Winks in the middle. It's got like Sissoko on the right. Ericsson like that. We drop. See, if Dele Alli's fit, I would also potentially like to see this formation. I think that would be banging if Dele Alli's fit. If not, I think we could still field this, and I think he might put Lamella. I would prefer Lo Celso. I would much prefer to see this. Where is it? Hold on. I'd much prefer to see this, but realistically, he hasn't started for us yet. To start him against Arsenal is very, very risky. So this is another formation with the same players that I'd like to see us do. David Clark, I feel like the Delhi return will be the difference and the spark we need tomorrow. We've got to get our mojo back. No better way to do it than beating a scum. Agreed. I think Dele Alli is could be a massive difference for us tomorrow. Am I going to the game? 100%. Going to King's Cross at 2, doing the escort to the Emirates, and then off to the game. Can Toby and I will do with Aubameyang pace? I think so. I mean, Toby's a rock, man. Toby's an absolute rock. I think he can handle it. But I've got a funny feeling Sanchez is going to start again and it's going to piss off a lot of Spurs fans. Full-time 3-0 for Liverpool. All right, that's only helped me out in fantasy, not in the normal league. Got Mane in my team, so ugh. If they're going to win, at least Mane's done something. Has Wanyama actually gone and heard the deal fell through? I'm pretty sure it's done. They said the fees, that everything was agreed. But I guess technically Spurs haven't tweeted it yet. Or made an announcement yet. So it's not technically done. But according to all sources, it pretty much is. Owen Mullins, George, you're my favourite YouTuber. Would love to meet you at the Spurs game at some point. Hey, I'm there every game, every week. Except for last week because I was on holiday. But we'll forget about that. From now on, I'm going to be every game. I'm literally about to book my flight to Athens as well to go for that away game. I'm even going to try and go to Serbia. I would absolutely love to get David Vujanic, on a podcast. So if any of you guys on Twitter, Instagram, go at David Vujanic, tell him that George Achillea, tag me so I can retweet and like and all sorts. At George Achillea wants you to join him for a podcast for Spurs versus Red Star Belgrade. It would be a massive help if any of you watching this, either from this live stream or when it goes out on YouTube as a video. If any of you watching this, please go over to Twitter at David Vujanic. Tell him George Achillea wants to do a podcast with you for Spurs versus Red Star Belgrade. That would be huge. I mean, he follows me on Twitter, so hopefully we can come through with something. But I'd much appreciate if you could help me out with that. Casey, I sadly haven't got the confidence to go to. How comes? Why are you not confident? Why not find some people to go with? I'm sure there'll be some games where you'll be able to get a ticket. Jamie, when you say we haven't beaten you at the Emirates in ages, it was literally like 4 months ago. I was there in the Carabao Cup. Son scored. It was incredible. So did Dele Alli. Amazing goals. So yeah. And before you say it's the Carabao Cup, both teams filled out the strongest teams possible. So, nice try. My score prediction for tomorrow, I am going with, and this is going to be the final thing we do before I sign off today, I'm going with Spurs 3, Arsenal 1. That is correct. I'm going for a Spurs 3-1 win. Let's switch to full cam now because we're going to end up the stream very soon. I'm confident. I'm one of the most confident Spurs fans you'll meet. I'm happy that potentially Dele Alli's back. Potentially. We'll find out very soon. But I'm looking forward to it. I love an away day. Obviously, who doesn't love a North London derby? It's always hectic. Yes, we do struggle at the Emirates. We have done. But we did win in the Carabao Cup. And hopefully, we'll be able to get another win. Because realistically, honestly, their team is trash. Like, Aubameyang and Lacazette, great. Ceballos is good. Very good. But has only played like 3 games. I think overall we've got a much better team, but we do have a lot of injury issues at the moment. So I think it's going to be a tasty nail biter, but I'm saying 3-1 Spurs win because I'm confident as hell. And that's right. I'm going to continue to be confident until I just can't be bothered anymore. Until I start supporting Haringey Borough full time. Well, no, I'll do that anyway, but you know what I mean. Thomas with life, dude, I'm happy to be part of your fam. So yes, welcome to the Achillea fam. A lot of exciting, amazing content soon. I'm going to be finishing up this stream right now. But yeah, I'm going for a 3-1 Spurs win. We've done our lineup, which you can see here. This is how I think. This is roughly how I think we're going to line up. If Dele Alli and Aurier are fit. Otherwise, I think Sissoko is going in right back. And I think that we're going to have... who else did we have? Son, Dele, and I think potentially Lamella or Lucas over here in this position. But then we also did a combined 11. Just a reminder, we've got Lloris, Maitland-Niles, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Rose, Sissoko, Ceballos, Eriksen, Son, Kane, Aubameyang. That is what I think is the best combined Spurs Arsenal 11, given injuries. Obviously, I'd probably put Ndombele for Sissoko, and not much else actually. I think that would be appropriate. But yeah. Apart from that, I'm excited to go. Obviously, there's going to be a matchday vlog straight after the game. A lot more exciting content to come. I'm going to be doing Spurs women. Going to be promoting them massively because I think they deserve it. They're currently in the Women's Super League. For all of those of you that don't know, they got promoted last season. I went to a couple of their games. It was huge. A great result for them. I'm hoping to go to that first game, which is Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. However, I think I might be playing a game for Imperial Wolf instead. But yeah, if you haven't checked out Imperial Wolf, that is at Imperial Wolf FC on everything, Twitter and Instagram. And if you type in Imperial Wolf Football Club on YouTube, we've got a YouTube channel, which our first video is currently sitting on over 160,000 views. That was against THFC. And we've now got over, I think we nearly got 3,000 subscribers, which is mental. For a first video, we've done so well. So go check that out. And also follow me on Twitter at George Achillea. Follow me on Instagram at George Achillea. My name is obviously on the YouTube channel. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Turn the notification bell on. I'm going to be doing many, many, many more of these previews coming up. I love doing these new live streams. But yeah, I'm just going to do a little final thing of just reading through the chat, whatever you guys have been saying for a while. I've been talking for ages. And yeah, I want to see plenty of Come On You Spurs in the chat. Come on, you Spurs. Okay, yeah, I've seen that a lot already. Should do these streams more often. Will do 100%. That's my prediction, Owen. Yeah, of course, 3-1. Let's go. Have you seen Mane going rage? No, I haven't. Are you going tomorrow? Yes, I am. Do I think Lo Celso will start? No, but I'd love to see him play. And Casey Dick Ranadine is my favourite Tottenham women's player, and in general women's. Yeah, she is quality. She is so good. Did so well last year and got a lot of potential. She's very young. I think think she's like 2 years younger than me. She's doing very well. Very well indeed. Mourinho and Judas are the guests tomorrow. That will be fun. Yeah, let's just say I'm not going to be paying attention to that. All right, and that's none of that. None of that. We're not having any of this. We're not having any of this negativity. None of this negativity. No swearing. Otherwise, I'm going to be adding moderations. We're here. We're a happy channel. And I know you're a Spurs fan, Arsenal fans, so you're going to be upset about it. But if you continue doing that, you will get removed. We're not about that. I'm all for people supporting their fans, but we're not having any of this. So. All right, I had to remove all the messages there because we're all going to keep it very happy. But yes, right. Finally, is your dad coming tomorrow with you? Yes, he is. My dad is going. He might not go to King's Cross, but he will be going to the game. I think like a couple of my uncles and a few of my cousins will be as well. And yeah, that is pretty much it from me. I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, subscribe, turn notification bell on so you know when I'm going to be about. And I shall see you guys very soon. See you later. Peace. Oh, hopefully this ends.